made it to this all-important program, and let me say on behalf of the Director General of the Public Health Institute of Liberia, and as well the Liberia FETP Epidemiology program, we want to say welcome to this program, this all-important program of our third cohort. We are excited to have the graduation ceremony of the third cohort because we feel that this is very important for our surveillance system because you cannot have supervisors who will have little insights for those who supervise, especially for the work they do. So I know that the FETP executive cohort has actually shaped the ability of our medical doctors to able to supervise, especially our health facility focal persons who do surveillance work on a daily basis. So they will be able to challenge them and ensuring that this is not how you should do it and this is how it should be done. So we are so glad that we have these high-level professional, sacrificing, the time of their job, their very critical job, to be part of this all-important exercise and training effort. I want to say thank you so much for the patience, for your time, and we also want to congratulate you on this auspicious occasion. But again, we say thank you to everyone, especially the USCDC who has made this possible, and the colleagues from AFINET who have also provided the mentorship and the technical know-how to shape the skill and ability of our medical doctors. So thank you so much to everyone, WHO, the key partners in the room, for being in that room and giving the level of communication and feeling to the doctors who have been involved in the aggressive and accelerated program, making sure they understand what the surveillance and the response system for the hospital level is. Thank you, all of you. And once again, we want to welcome you to this program. Thank you, and over to you, Ruslan.
Liberia FETP was established in 2015, and as part of the MPO's or the MOH's investment plan. It's been funded since inception 8 years ago by USCDC and has been implemented by AFINET. We do everything with support from NPO. And this is the basic objectives of FETP country to build a couple of in-country field epidemiologists and to strengthen knowledge, skill, and capacity in the area of epidemiology, surveillance, and outbreak response. Generally, FETP program is in about 78 countries, and it's originally tiered into 3, which is the front line, the intermediate, and the advanced. The front line is for 3 months, the intermediate is 6 to 9 months, depending on the structure that is used. We have 2 structures for intermediate, and then the advanced is 2 years. And the target is to train surveillance officers at various levels. And so far, we have trained over 200 surveillance officers at the front line and intermediate level. So while we adding on the executive FETP, we found out that the supervisors of the surveillance officers usually are not aware, so they are not able to support surveillance activities in their health facilities. And we know that if you look at the surveillance cycle, detection is the first thing. That's where surveillance starts. If you are not detecting correctly, then we cannot respond correctly. So we thought that we should train the supervisors of the surveillance focal persons at the health facility level, which actually is the beginning of public health surveillance. So we have to repackage the surveillance training, summarize the frontline training, that's the basic training, and then added on some other courses or some other lessons on monitoring and supervision, and then also management, with the emphasis of strengthening the capacity of the clinicians to be able to detect and report at their facility level. So this is the basic purpose, which I've tried to explain, to improve IDSR management by public health supervisors, who are the supervisors of the surveillance officers. You will notice that we added on the executive as an add-on to the 3 tiers. So it's not that, so they can operate at all of the levels, not just at the frontline level, but the training we are giving is just the basic part of the frontline, so that you can use that knowledge, and if they are interested in going higher, then they can pursue to go higher to further training. So like I said earlier on, we are targeting the county health officers, the medical doctors, the community health department directors, and other supervisors. We have only been able to train the medical officers at the hospital levels for now, because we know that county health officers have some level of understanding of surveillance.
So I'm going to be presenting on problem analysis of inaccurate reporting of the IDSR cases at JDJ Memorial Hospital, Montserrat County, 2023. The study was held at the JDJ Memorial Hospital in the Niso community, where we cater to pregnant women and children under 15 years old. So the hospital has 76 bed space with a catchment population of 38,887 for 15 communities. We have an average estimated patient load of about 1,860. So for total number of staff, 264. To make our focus group discussion, we used the but-why method, where we were able to put all of our problems into 4 broad categories, and then we listed under those broad categories the contributory factors. And then what we did, we put them into partially control, and those that were in our control, we call them totally in my control and not in my control, if they were not in our control. So for our findings, it is presented within the fishbone diagram. 4 broad categories that we discussed: the county health team, logistics, staff, and that of the hospital administration. So for the staff, we realized staff attrition caused us to appoint an untrained surveillance-focused person, because due to lack of supervision and mentorship, all of those led us to our problem, which is the inaccurate reporting of the IDSR cases. For public health actions, we conducted a 1-day on-site training for the surveillance-focused person, medical director, supervisor, and the person who did that work is the new DSO in person of Mr. Anna Smith, who came and conducted a 1-day mentorship training. In conclusion, to solve the problem of the inaccurate reporting of the IDSR cases, we also conducted mentorship for all stakeholders that are involved.
My name is Dr. Wu. I am the medical director of CV Doma Hospital. I will be doing surveillance data analysis and actually analyzing the maternal mortality surveillance data in Bond County from 2017 to 2022. We use Microsoft Excel to calculate the median, the range, the frequency, and proportion. And we also presented our findings in graphs and table forms. And what were our results? The age range, we have a median age of 30, ranging from 15 to 46. we group them into 4. We have the first range from 15 to 24, the second range from 25 to 34, the third range from 35 to 44, and then those that were above 45. So we realized that most of the deaths occur in the age range between 25 to between 25 to 34. Okay, the health facilities that were reporting these deaths. We have 3 hospitals in Bond County and a host of clinics and other health facilities, health centers. Most of the death was reported at CB Doma Hospital, from CB Doma Hospital. That was followed by Phoebe Hospital and Bond Mines. Now you see there is another huge chunk of death that occur in the local clinics. There were so many of them, so we could not name them each. So we grouped them, that's why you see. So the district reporting the deaths. We had Jocolette district reporting the highest number of deaths, followed by Swakoko and Fuama. Jocolette is the largest district in Bond County, and this is where CB Doma is. Swakoko is presenting another huge portion of the death because this is where the Phoebe Hospital is. Looking at the trend of maternal mortality, we saw that there was a peak in 2018 and a dip in 2020, and we saw a downward trend from 2017 to 2022. The causes of maternal death. We saw that postpartum hemorrhage accounted for most of the death. That was followed by bacterial sepsis, represented by infection, and then eclampsia. Most of the maternal mortality occur in CB Doma Hospital, which is within Jocolette District, and Jocolette District is the largest district in Bond County. CB Doma received most of the patients from almost all of the county and the surrounding counties because CB Doma is the government referral hospital in Bond County. We compare the findings of our studies from studies done by the Masaradiga AO in 2021 and the WHO in 2022. And both studies agree with us that maternal obstetric hemorrhage was the leading cause of death in these studies. Okay, we found that postpartum hemorrhage was the leading cause of death. So for our public health action, we sat down and discussed with the county health team. And right now, the county health team is strengthening awareness on the danger of public health, of postpartum hemorrhage during ANC visits in the communities. The county health team is also encouraging facility-based deliveries. And the hospital administrations in Bond County, that is CB Doma, Phoebe Hospital, and Bond Mines Hospital, are now trying to organize voluntary blood donation that is in the pipeline and will soon take.
So we're presenting on the IDSR implementation in newly established health facilities like the 14 Military Hospital that is located in Makibi. Now, the 14 Military Hospital is a government health facility. It was established and started operating in 2021. In 2020, that was where the COVID patients were taken during the COVID-19. So that was the case. And after the COVID, 2021, we started seeing patients. Yes. And we offer services to our soldiers and dependents and also cater to the public. We have services of OPT, internal medicine, obstetrics and gynes, pediatrics, general surgery, emergency medicine, laboratories. Now, there were a lot of challenges for the IDSR being a new facility. We had limited supervision. We had inadequate knowledge of the IDRS reporting that was required amongst the staff. Firstly, we had limited staffs because as we opened, we had 2 persons that went for the training, but then 1 person was sent away and we have 1 there at the hospital right now. And we had lack of reporting tools, lack of feedback from the district and the county. So even if we found a disease that needed to have been reported, after it was reported, there was no feedback for us to know whatever happened to that case. And we also had limited knowledge on basic data analysis. What has happened from this training now is that we conducted the IESR advocacy meeting, and this meeting included the doctors, the nurses, and then the focal person who was trained before. We had to, because we had a large list of the diseases, so we had to reassign people to be able to have an effective work. We reviewed patient records from the DHIS tool and for cases that were missed. We realized in our facility, there were some cases that should have been reported that was not reported. So we have all that now, and these are progress that has been made. We are recommending to the NFIL to conduct orientation of IDSR for our staff. You know, because as we keep saying, our hospital is new, so we need people to come over to be able to teach us. And we are also asking them to ensure that we have necessary tools for reporting. Let them come over. It shouldn't just be for the Fulton Military Hospital, but any hospital that is open in any county or any district, that you will go there and see what is going on and be able to do what we can do. Personally, from this training, we have had added knowledge about surveillance because the knowledge was very limited. But now we know exactly what it is. We understand the importance of reporting to the IDSR and the functions of the surveillance focal person. We also know now our role as commander or medical director, what we're supposed to do, what we're supposed to implement, how we're supposed to follow it, and to take it up to the level that's supposed to be done. And we understand problem analysis and data analysis. Oh my God, it wasn't easy in class, but we did that. Now we understand what it is. We have to sit down and do all this and come up with solutions to that.
Good morning, everyone. I want to congratulate on the executive cohorts. Give them another round of applause. You become part of a special club, the disease detectives, not only in Liberia, but really globally, as the FETP program is internationally known, and they have the FETP graduates has really played a critical role in investigating and responding swiftly to outbreaks, to disease outbreaks. So I want to say congratulations again. And it's already shown what you've learned from the quality of the presentation that you have presented here. And so I have no doubt that when you get back into your role, and well, you were always on your role, but that you will do more. And I can already see that from the public health actions that you are proposing or you have already taken. And then also, it's critical, it's very important that you, as part of as the supervisors, the managers, the medical directors of the hospital, to be trained so you can provide better guidance to your team. You can lead your team better. So I want to congratulate you guys again, once again. I also want to thank the AFINET team for a wonderful job that they have been doing over the years with the FETP program, and all the mentors and all their staff that's been critical. I also want to thank Enfield and Ministry of Health and anybody else that has been part of this training program that has been supporting everyone, each and every one of you, that you can learn the material, practice it in the field. So congratulations again. Thank you.
So much. My name is Dr. Mandy Julius Md. I work with WHO Liberia as the team lead for health emergencies. And also I work alongside the IHR focal point to ensure that the country is linked to the rest of the region and also globally in terms of reporting. But I'm here to represent Dr. Peter Clement, who received the invitation, and has sent me to represent him, putting importance to this core piece of work that has been undertaken. And firstly, I want to congratulate you, colleagues. Congratulations, and thank you for enduring and dedicating your time to achieve this milestone. You know, adult learning is so challenging. Calling me for a test, so I know adult learning is very, very challenging, very challenging. And for you to reach that mark, that end bit, it's worth celebrating. So congratulations, colleagues, and many thanks to the team that really has embarked on it. You know, FETP is a skill-based training, you know, as opposed to the other trainings that we have. Here, there is a takeaway that you go with. You don't go the same the way you came. You go with something. And I believe you can also appreciate that you didn't waste your time. So I think the mentors, the teachers, and the funder, USCDC, deserve a huge applause. The presentations you have made are very key, and some of us have taken keen interest because there are some decision-making points that you raise, and I would request the team to share this with us, such that we see how best we can continue to advocate. The presentation on maternal health you have made, I think it's a lot of interest, and a discussion with our reproductive unit needs to issue how best some of these issues can really be pushed ahead. The IDSR one was very, very interesting, especially when you presented the case of 14 military hospital. So these are typical situations that we experience in the country and feel, especially when new facilities come on board. And have you ever wondered why always these fetal health emergencies always claim the lives of health workers? Have you ever wondered why? It's because of some of the weaknesses that now are being addressed. The moment you lose your guard on detection, the moment that guard is low, eventually everyone else will be abused. So this could be like a standard. Before a facility starts, this should be some of the benchmarks. They should be able to have a surveillance mechanism as part of the criteria to have them start. But that's where things will start from. If they are not able to detect and report, then eventually it will find you, the medical director, in the office, and you will get affected. Because someone did the work. And it's very interesting and very appreciated for you colleagues to have thought of the executives really to know this, because you are the decision makers at certain levels. And then how do you supervise if you don't know? The young boy will move around and he tells, no, it is not the thing which they talk about. Then you say, yes, my boy told me. But now that you know it, you can ask more prompts, you know, to have the doubts clarified, and thereafter lessen the risks and vulnerabilities, not only for the priority diseases, but also for many health worker-associated infections that we continue to deal with in the health practice. And to really help you keep track. And at the end of it all, we'll have our surveillance system very robust. And when a system is very robust, it will definitely be able to bring these issues forward and preventive or immediate response measures put in place, and eventually the impact of these priority diseases and outbreaks will be less to our population. I thank you.
This executive cohort training have brought value to the fact that we are at our level at the Ministry of Defense and the Armed Forces of Liberia on how we can fully integrate our services within the national so that we can have that integrated reporting system. And because no matter what the circumstance is, the Armed Forces Health Services is not different from what national does. So we are glad that for the past few months or year, the Armed Forces Health Services is fully involved in those activities that we continue to do. And from the general security standpoint, we usually collaborate with our colleagues and security partners to make sure that it's not only the Armed Forces Health Services, but also the Liberia National Police, the Fire Service, the LRS is also quickly involved into the national response. So that's why we are fully integrated as it relates to the joint external evaluation on how the security also can link to public health when it has to do with disease surveillance. So we hope that this will not be the last cohort, but we think that it is important. The fact that you identify those medical directors and commanders to be part of this process is very, very important. The Armed Forces of Liberia is not just within medical hospital, but we have 4 or 5 satellite clinics that also fit into the hospitals. So that also, and it is regional. So disease surveillance from that regional aspect feeding into the hospital will also provide tangible information for the surveillance. Thank you for the time.
I think it's the best class I've seen for the 3 cohorts. First class are very old people. Second class are younger. That's why you're younger than the second class. Well, I see the problems are presented are common to all the facilities. But what's striking most is the presentation for maternal death. It is the first real active stance I've seen for anybody to say we're doing this. Maternal death due to postpartum hemorrhage. We're talking, we say every day, nobody does anything. But I'm very glad that this class, and it won't only be for that the whole hospital, it may go across, especially for those that have the paraforming. Blood draft, injection infections. Simple. So go back with the message, apply to your various facilities, and let's see what we can take you as a case study, and then maybe 1 year from now, we can see whether anything has changed.
Yes.
In terms of the RDSR, rolling out of lockdown days, in the counties, all your CSO have done an intermediate training. They were trained to cascade the training down to people in the counties. So it's not for anybody to come from here to do it. They will not be empowering you. You can set up your training and ask the CSO, they are giving money to back and feel the service they like. So you can come and pass and they may not have the resources, but in a situation where you have the resources, maybe to provide the training materials, they will come and provide the training. The AFL, you have it, call them, they will come. And for the AFL, the next, I didn't know you had satellite training, so maybe for the next training, the next set of frontline training, I will talk to the program coordinator, see if we have one person to share facilities. So go back and if you know what you have done, we'll be willing to see the results, starting with the maternal death. Thank you.
So this makes a difference between you and the next person. So it's a huge document. Congratulations, my sister.
Next, we have Dr. G. Galagba Johnson. Deputy mentor. He was always ready to help the class.
Wow.
In technology.
Wow. Thank you so much. You achieve more knowledge in addition to what you're doing now. Thank you and congratulations.
Next, we have Dr. Sobesh Sankor Kapoor from the Georgetown.
Yes, Doctor, congratulations. My son. Thank you so much.
So we have Dr. Danu Payne Swogwe, Dr. Blair.
Doctor, congratulations.
Oh, yes. I can thank that.
Next we have Dr. Midi Sankaolo Rich. Next we have the president of the class. Dr. Arthur Jules Wu.
Hey, Dr. Wu.
Only you, man.
Dr. Jean Machayo from Blackpool.
Our grandma.
He's the youngest of the class.
I was very sexy.
And they were serious.
Next we have Dr. Ambrose Faunel.
Well represented.
Next we have Major Dr. Alberto Clark calling from the
Our commander.
soldier.
Major 1.
And last but not the least, we have the man from the Council of Hospitality. The Master Chief.
That's right. So on behalf of Cohort 3, we want to say a big thank you to USCDC. And bear with me, Africa is going to be the last. So we want to say a big thank you to USCDC for the funding. WHO, NFIL, the Ministry of Health, even our counties. But to AFINET, our mentors, we say thank you for having the patience, the resilience with these mixed old and young people. It's a big hand clap to our mentors. We know you have exhibited leadership and guidance. Because usually in Africa,
mentees are regarded as people who carry the bags and the books of their mentors. But the true meaning of mentor is you carry along your mentee. And we are grateful that you took us along. Even when our pressure went up, you were there to calm us down. Even when you were sick. You were there. Yes, so we said thank you so much. You know, we were assigned to mentors, but everyone was responsible for all of the trainees. We said thank you. Lady, when I call you, yes, Dr. Minisanga Waterix.
Principal.
The principal. Faith, you're always there. Godwin, you made me to love computer. Thank you. So I think I would say, just wonderful technology, because I regard myself as BBT, but you have made me to create love for computer, especially PowerPoint. We said Dr. Peters, soft spoken. Said, oh, Diana, I said, well, thank God this is adult lane. No one's going to beat me, man. But thank you so much. So on behalf of Cohort 3, the class of wisdom, harmony and understanding, we say thank you.
Celebration starts?
Yes.
Before the celebration starts, Dr. Mame sends congratulations to all of us. She's not able to make it, but she has quickly said something on the chat. Let me see if her chat is still there. She says it's a waiting certificate, then before then, yeah, congratulations. Executive FETP graduates, keep learning and using your new knowledge and skills to make a difference. Then later on she said it's a weighty certificate.